This is a voice cover video. If you feel uncomfortable, then you can mute it. It's a boy and boy fan fiction. If you're homophobic, kindly leave. Remember, it's just a fan fiction. Don't take it serious. And if I do any mistake in voice cover, then please forgive me. Jimin fell aside when the car hit him. A young man immediately got down off the car and saw Jimin was lying there. Oh my god, are you alright? Jimin looked up at the person who got shocked and surprised at the same time, looking at Jimin. Jimin? Is it you? Oh my god, it's you! The person hugged him immediately out of happiness, joy, and so many emotions. Jimin whispered his name. Tommy, please take me home. Yes, come. I can't believe it's you. How come you're here? Where were you? I ran. Please take me to my house. Yes. Sonja immediately picked him up in his arms and made him sit inside the car. Should we go to the hospital first? Agnya, I'm fine. Just take me home. He didn't waste any second and drove off towards his house. After some minutes, when they reached, he gazed at Jimin, who was sleeping there. He didn't disturb him, and after getting out of the car, he picked Jimin up and headed inside the house. Well, it's his house, not Jimin. He walked towards a room and laid Jimin down on the bed. Time skipped. Jimin finally came to his consciousness and again found him in an unknown place. He gazed aside when felt a stare on him. Songyu was looking at him fondly. He made Jimin sit on the bed and handed him a glass of water. Jimin had some water and placed the glass aside. Why didn't you take me home? You were exhausted, and if I take you there, you would be more because of Uncle's question. Don't worry, I'll tell him that you are with me and safe. Till then, rest, okay? He kissed his hair with a smile. He turned to leave, then Jimin asked, Don't you want to know where I was? Of course, I'm curious, but you need to rest first, okay? Jimin nodded and Songyu left from there. After some time, Songyu sent something for Jimin to eat, though he wasn't feeling like eating it, but he had to. Not only for himself, but for someone who started growing in his belly. After having the dinner, he slept. Next morning, Yoongi's house. He came back in his mansion and threw his coat on the couch while sitting there. Throwing his body backwards on the couch, he covered his eyes with his hand, letting out a sigh. All he could see was Jimin's face and his staring eyes. Jimin's words were roaming in his mind. Don't let me go, young. Please stop me here. If this time you let me go, I won't be coming to you again. Never ever. So please, let me stay. He should open his eyes then heard his phone ringing. Answering the call, he put that on speaker. How are you, my dear friend? I wonder you're still there to call me. Why wouldn't I? When you are losing it, I should be beside you, shouldn't I? Maybe I want you to stay a lot. Says who? So you let him go or let him run? I told you not to involve him in this all. How can I, Yoongi, when he himself is running to me? This time I'll catch him. He could never be. I'll send him somewhere he can never be able to think of. Oh really? Do you even know where he is? Somewhere he should be at. Somewhere he should be at. So do you think he is at the place where you wanted him to be? What do you mean? You'll know soon. My dear friend, just wait. I'm gonna hunt it soon. You'll be in peace then. He laughed and cut the call. I'm gonna make you pay for what you did. And if you try to harm him, I'll make sure to give you an unpleasant death. So it started now, said Namjoon, who was listening to it while standing beside. Anyhow, it will end now. On the other side. Why aren't you eating anything, Jimmy? Huh? Oh, I'm just not feeling like. I called your dad and told him about you. He said he's coming here. Jimin just nodded. Can you tell me now? What happened that day and where were you? He asked with a curiosity in his eyes. Jimin got silence at that time. He was just thinking if he should tell him everything or not. It's fine if you don't want to. I can understand. I I was kidnapped. What? You were kidnapped? Why? By whom? I don't know who was he. I couldn't see him. I was locked in a room, but somehow I made it to come out from there. He lied because he couldn't tell that it was Yoongi whom he loved. His eyes went numb when he remembered about Yoongi. Song-yu noticed that and got off the chair. He walked towards Jimin and offered him a glass of water. He softly caressed his hair and said with a soft smile, I'm sorry I wasn't there for you, but I promise I'll be there for you from now on. Just then, they heard Jimin's father's voice. Song-yu backed away and stood beside. Jimin's father ran towards him and hugged him tightly. Jimin too hugged him while letting out tears. After some time, I was dying to see you all these days. I knew you were kidnapped. I'm sorry, son. I couldn't rescue you. It's my fault too, Mr. Park. I couldn't take care of him. But I know you tried your best to find him. I'll make sure to find the person who kidnapped him. I'll make sure to give him the punishment he deserves. We will find him. Mr. Park? Yes, sir. Can Jimmy stay here with me? But no, yes, Jim, but I want to take care of him. After all, he is my fiancé. We'll be husband soon, so can he stay here? I know, son. If Jimmy says so, Ford looked at Jimmy. Can I talk to you for a while, son? Yes, please. I want to talk to you personally. What is it, Jimmy? I'm sorry, but I cannot marry someone. Is it because you're pregnant? Huh? Jimmy immediately looked back at him with a shock. How do you know? Yesterday, when you were unconscious, Sophie texted and told me. Don't you wanna know who did it? I know. Huh? You know? Of course. It must be the one who kidnapped you. Am I right? Jimin looked down and spoke. Still you wanna marry me? Songyu slowly stepped towards Jimin and hugged him softly. I love you, Jimin. It doesn't matter whose child is it. You're mine. Means this child is also mine. Don't think I'll leave you because of this. He kissed his head softly. Let's not tell your dad, okay? Let's just say it's mine. It's ours, okay? Some days passed. Jimin was now living with Songyu, who was taking care of him. Jimin couldn't deny that Songyu is really a nice guy, but he couldn't deny either that his heart still beats for Yoongi. He still doesn't know how it will end, but hoping for something good was the last thing he could think. Jimin and Songyu's marriage date was fixed, and Jimin didn't deny this time because he wanted to let it happen. He didn't want to escape from the destiny he got. Despite knowing he cannot love Songyu, he chose to fight. Jimin, where are you? He said while coming in his room. Jimin came out of the washroom as he heard his voice. I was just in washroom. Come sit. I want to show you something. He sat there. Songyu pulled out a box and showed to Jimin. Jimin once looked at it, then at him. Open it. Jimin opened it and found a beautiful ring. Your wedding ring. Isn't it beautiful? He knows that. I wanted you to choose it by your own, but as you didn't want to go outside, so I just selected it. Thank you. Anyhow, I should thank you instead. Thanks for giving me a chance to win. Win? I'm feeling like I won the game of life just because of you. He smiled at Jimin and put the box there. Tomorrow is our wedding. I'm really so excited. Thank you and sorry. Why sorry? Jimin is mine. Because you trusted me and I'm gonna do right. Just don't feel sorry for anything, okay? On the other side, tomorrow is the day, boss. You did what I asked. Yes, we're gonna win, boss. Let's do it. It's our win now. Let's take him down. Say, the wedding is arranged in Sonyu's house as he wanted it to be a secret. Songyu too got agreed with the idea. Just some people are gathered there. The guard servants, Songyu's father as well as Jimin's father and priest. Songyu is standing there on the stage and the wedding is going to start. Here Jimin finally looked at himself and put a smile on his lips. He sighed and whispered, "I should do this, Jimin. This is what it meant to be." Then Jimin left from there towards the alley with his father. Park gave his hand in Songyu's and blessed them. Now they both stood in front of each other. "Shall we start?" Songyu's father asked the priest to start the wedding. "Do you, Kim Songyu, take Park Jimin as your lawful wedded husband?" Songyu smiled widely and spoke. "Yes, I do." Priest then asked the same question to Jimin, who didn't respond, like he was lost somewhere deep. Now again repeating, "Do you, Park Jimin, take Songyu as your lawful wedded husband?" Huh? I... A gunshot echoed in the hall as Jimin was about to say further. Some servants and guards ran from there, but some were still there. The guards pulled out the guns and covered Jimin and Songyu. Then a voice echoed there. "Finally, I got you, my dear friend." The person came in front of them with a gun in his hand. "Long time no see, Songyu." "How's my surprise? How come you're here, Yoongi?" he said with a visible fear in his voice. "I know, you must be surprised, right?" Yoongi looked around only to see his guards were kneeling down in front of Yoongi. He gulped hard and immediately pulled out a gun he always hid in his clothes. "Do you think you can take me down easily?" But a shot was fired from somewhere and the gun fell from his hand in front of Jimin, who was watching this all silently. He picked up the gun in his hand. "Give me the gun, Jimin." Jimin acted like he didn't hear anything and pointed the gun towards Yoongi's direction. "Jimin, shoot him." I said, "Shoot." Notice, Jimin turned the gun towards him. "What are you doing, Jimin?" "You said shoot." "Are you crazy? Shoot him, not me. Otherwise, we all will die." "Wait, why would we all die? We didn't commit any crime." Yes, we didn't, but stop playing innocent, Songyu. I know what you are and what you did. Yoongi already told me. He lied to you, Jimin. I didn't do anything. I'm not any mafia. I didn't kill his parents. I didn't kill his sister. But I didn't even say you killed anyone, right? You yourself committed what you did. How could you know, Jimin? But why you deceived me like this? I trusted you. You get what you give. You deceived Yoongi and got it back. But I never deceived you. Really? You approached me on purpose so that you can turn him down, didn't you? And you pretended like you loved me, he said while coming towards him, pointing the gun at him. "You're mistaken, Jimmy. It's not true. I already know what's the truth. Do you think I ran from you? How could you even think? It was all a plan to turn you down for what you did." Flashback. "Please don't let me go, Young. Please stop me here. If this time you let me go, I won't be coming to you again. Never ever. So please let me stay." Yoongi could feel his heart was failing badly, as well as Jimmy. Jimin's words and voice was making him weak. But would it be right to let Jimin be with him? "I'm sorry, but you cannot stay here." "Rayo, I know you don't want me to get hurt, like your parents and sister were. But I want you once. I cannot let you. Today I'm gonna send you back. Are you sure?" "Fine. If it's your decision, then let's not see each other again. Don't ever come to me if you regret. And don't need to drop me to my house. I'll go by myself." He harshly wiped his tears, which was flowing non-stop. He walked towards the door and held the note, then tried to grip around his face, which was none other than Yoongi. "Do you really want to know everything? Do you think you can believe me? You know the answer, don't you?" "Fine. Let me tell you then. My parents and sister passed away in an accident. Everyone called that an accident, but it was actually planned. My parents were going to make a deal which would turn our company the number one. But There's a saying, only the person we trust the most betrays us the most. My father used to trust his friend, who was his manager, and he betrayed him and got his signature on the papers of the company and some other papers. He killed them and showed like it was an accident. Not only that, his son, whom I thought as a good friend, raped my sister and killed her. I never even imagined he would do something like that with my sister, who used to trust him. I was shot 2 times. Then they put fire in her house and left. I couldn't save anyone but managed to come out of the house. They thought I was dead, but I survived and came back as a mafia. And I finally showed up in front of them. But at the time, I couldn't get any revenge. So I just stayed calm and waited for the time. To solve a case, I started working in Jinyoung's bar. Then I met you. You started approaching me. I was pushing you away because it was dangerous. So many things happened at the time. Then I came to know that they found about you. I knew they were using to reach me. Is that why you kidnapped me? I didn't have another choice. If you got married, it would be more easy for them. How? But it has to do with my marriage. Would you trust me? Would you trust me if I say he is none other than Kim Jong-un? What? What are you saying? Are you crazy? How you could do that? I just told you, it's up to you if you trust me or not. Is that why he approached you? Because he knew if he would get you, it will be easy for him to turn me down. Why? Because he knew I became mafia just to get that revenge. And if someone innocent will be in trouble because of me, it will be easy for him. Then, why you never told me? Why you always hide it? Because I didn't want you to get into this. But you never listened to me. So, I had to do it. Just because of this he kept me here. Nothing else? He asked hoping to hear something he wanted to, but Yoongi just nodded. So, now, why do you want me to go to my house again? Did you catch him? I will, soon. But I need you to stay at a safe place now. I don't think it's safe here any longer. If that's so, then I'll go by myself. I will handle everything there. Anu, it's my responsibility. I'll drop you there myself. I'll talk to your father. It's not a good idea. I know, but I want to clear everything. After a few hours, they both were in front of Jimin's house. Jimin asked Yoongi to leave, but he said he will go after meeting Jimin's father and apologize to him for doing all wrong with his only son. He knew it can cause more trouble, but it was important to clear everything. Jimin went inside and saw his father was talking to someone, almost shouting. How could you not find him? Mr. Jung, you're a detective and have a great team. Then why you couldn't find my son? I don't even know in what condition he would be. We are trying, Mr. Park. For how long I'm gonna hear this? It's been over 1 month, Mr. Jung. I didn't even see his face. I didn't even listen his voice. I told you to find him at any cost. Any cost means any cost. I don't care about this money and property, Mr. Jung. Can you understand me? And if you cannot find him, then just leave it. I will hire someone else. Jimin couldn't hold his face back, hearing his father's words. He knew he loved him the most. At the time, he felt for him. He just wanted his father to embrace him. He called him with his shaky voice, tears in eyes. Mr. Park's eyes were numb when he found his son standing in front of him, whom he was caring for so long. He immediately walked towards Jimin, so did he. He couldn't say anything because he was just trying to deny that it was a dream. Jimin finally hugged him and tightly embraced him, realizing it's not a dream. Dad, Jimin, my baby, my Jimin, where were you? Papa was missing you. Papa was dying to see you. I'm sorry, Dad. But Jimin is sorry to make you better. After some time, Mr. Park noticed Yoongi. He parted away and asked about him. Bobby was also stunned to see Yoonmin. He already knows who is he, but for now, he wanted to know what he was doing there. I mean Yoonmin, as known as Sugar. What? The Mafia Sugar? What are you doing here? Did you kidnap my son? Can we talk for a while, sir? Mr. Park looked at Jimin once, who slightly nodded. Sure. They sat there on the couch. It's true that I kidnapped Jimin. What? Why? Did someone ask you? If you want money, you can take everything you want. You can ask for anything except my son. Dad, let him say further. Neither anyone asked, nor I want anything. There was a reason, sir. Then Yoongi told him the whole thing. First, Mr. Park couldn't believe, but then he remembered that Songhyun's father actually worked for Mr. Min. I know, sir, I did wrong to your son, and I don't deserve your forgiveness, but I was bound to do that because I need to take my revenge. I want justice for my family, and I know it's not legally possible as I don't have any evidence. You don't need to feel sorry. I'm just thankful to you. If you wouldn't do that, my son would be in trouble. I'm all here if you want to punish me, sir. Can you keep him safe here? I don't want him to know that Jimin is here with you. Otherwise, he can take advantage of it. My son will be safe with me. Don't worry. I've already had some guards around this area. But still you need to be careful until I take him down. I'm against this violence, but you lost your everything. I'm not supposed to stop you getting your revenge. Yoongi bowed towards him and once looked at Jimin. Without saying anything to him, he walked out of the house. Jimin's eyes were shedding tears that were not unnoticed by his father. Why are you crying, Jimin? I love him, Dad. I know. You know? Cannot a father read his child's eyes? But it's not good for you, Jimin. He isn't the one. His dad is the one. Do you remember my middle school crush? It's Yoongi, Dad. It's him, Dad. He started crying when his father was continuously piercing his cheeks and wiping his tears. I want to help him, Dad. Can you please let your Jimin help him? It's dangerous, Jimin. If Jimin is strong enough to protect himself. Dad, please, I want to do it. Mr. Park smiled in tears and nodded a little. Though he didn't want it, but he knew Jimin will not listen to him. Moreover, he is well known of his strength. He immediately ran out of the house and saw Yoongi's car was about to go outside. He ran past and shouted his name. Yoongi immediately pulled the brake and came out of the car. Jimin, are you alright? I want to help you, Yoongi. What? No, I cannot put your life in danger. You better go inside. It's my battle and I will take care of it by my own. I also want to be a part of it. You cannot. Let's not see each other after that. Huh? Yoongi felt a sudden pain in his heart hearing Jimin's statement. Just this time, let me do it. Let him do it, Yoongi. He said, coming there. Sir, are you saying this? It can be dangerous for him. I believe my son. He isn't weak. You can trust him. After a long argument, Yoongi finally got angry. Flashback ends. Here is over Songyu. See, your guards are your father. Songyu looked around and found his guards were under Yoongi, and father was also kneeling down there. Jimmy, why I loved you? You pretended for you. Do you think I cannot sense how you touched me? Is that so? Then let me show you what I can do. He said, and within a second, grabbed the gun from Jimin's hand and pointed that gun on Jimin's head, making Yoongi and his friend shocked as well as scared. How stupid you are, Jimmy. I was just waiting for a chance and you gave me. Drop your guns down, Yoongi. Otherwise, I'll blow his head within a second. Don't, Yoongi. Don't care about me. Shoot him on the head. You dare to speak. He tightened his grip of arm around Jimin's neck, pointing the gun on his head. Seems like you wanna die soon. I'm still thinking to let you lie so that I can move your sexy body from a favor. You're a dead mix on you. Says who? Do you think you're gonna live, Yoongi? I'll kill you the way I killed your family. You're forgetting your father. He's still on the point of gun. Do I seem like I care? Kill him? His father looked shockingly at him with hurtful eyes. Don't give me that look, Dad. You are already at the age. Cannot you die for me? For your son? Yoongi chuckled. As expected. See, Mr. Kim, your own blood deceived you. No doubt the betrayal is in the blood. Yoongi, shoot him. You'll shoot him and I'm gonna shoot your beloved Jimin. He said, snuggling into Jimin's neck. It was your love, isn't it? He said gently. I really want to keep you alive, Jimin. Why are you making it difficult? Shoot me already. I'm asking you to put your guns down, Yoongi. You know I will not think further shooting him. Fine. Yoongi, no. Shoot him. And I will shoot him. I said shoot, Yoongi. Seems like you have a death wish. Jimin, what are you doing? He will shoot you. Shoot me, Songyu. Shoot me already. I said shoot, Songyu. Songyu got frustrated and pulled the trigger. Boom. But then Songyu realized that his gun is empty. He again and again pulled the trigger, but it didn't work. Jimin laughed and pushed Songyu away from him. Yoongi too looked confusedly at them. Am I stupid, Songyu? I knew you will not think twice hurting me. Do you think I stayed here for nothing? Did you think I only have one gun? He threw that gun and pulled another one. Jimin again laughed. You really think I'm stupid? All your guns are empty. You cannot turn me down like this. He shouted and pulled out a knife this time. At the same time, Yoongi fired and the knife landed away from him. He immediately ran towards him while handling his gun to a guard. Jimin, go outside. I'm gonna handle him myself now. I don't want to. Jimin, come. Namjoon said while coming there, who was outside handling the situation. Mr. Park is waiting for you. He silently walked out of there with Namjoon. Now only few guards, Indian soldiers were there. Let's have a fair fight, Songyu. If you want to kill me, then kill already. Giving a death is easy, Songyu. You and your father killed my family, and killing you cannot bring them back. You not only did wrong to my family, but to many other people. You need to regret it for your whole life. What you gonna do? You and your father will be punished lawfully, legally. I thought about it. I cannot simply kill you, though I wanted to. For that, you need evidence. Some time ago, you accepted that you killed my family. Isn't that enough? But nothing happened here is recorded. And do you think those are my guards? Those are police officers. He cannot escape. Then, those detectives arrested them and left. He went outside and looked around, hoping Jimin would be there, but he wasn't. He sighed and left from there with Namjoon. He accepted that it was their last encounter. On the other side, Jimin, let's go now. He nodded when saw Yoongi's car leaving from them. If you want, I can talk to him. And your dad, he never loved me. It's not his fault. Then, what about the baby you're carrying with you? How do you know? I heard when you and Songyu were talking. Are you mad of her? Anyway, I just wanted to see my son happy always. I thought about it a lot. I know it must be a mistake for you, but thank you, Appa. He hugged him, being all emotional. It sounds good to hear Appa instead of Dad in your mouth. I love you, Appa. Love you more and more, my baby. They also left from there. More days passed. Here Jimmy was living with his father, but not even a single day passed when he didn't meet him. Father wanted to talk to Yoongi, but it was Jimmy who was stopping him, saying he doesn't want Yoongi to accept him just because of this child. On the other side, Yoongi almost disappeared like he doesn't even exist. He used to miss Jimmy, but didn't dare to meet him because he didn't face him. He wanted to confess his feelings, but he was regretting everything he did. Namjoon tried to console him, but he totally drowned in that deep ocean of sorrow that was swallowing him up. Here, Jin entered inside Yoongi's mansion. and directly went towards his barroom. As expected, he found him there drinking like a drunk. His steps moved fast towards him. Anger was rushing in him, and he snatched the glass from his hand. Enough, Yogi. Cindy looked at him with his drunk eyes, trying to open and recognize the figure. Oh, Jin Young, it's you. Yes, it's me. Do you know what you are doing? Drinking, of course. I'm talking about Jimmy. You did that to me, huh? Are you even a bit responsible, Yogi? He wanted to leave me. Oh, he left. What am I supposed to do now? He wanted to leave me, but you wanted to get rid of him. He shouted at him, then Yogi shouted back. I never wanted to you. And why would I? Because he got pregnant with your child. Is that why you left him? What? What the hell you're saying here? Are you out of your mind? He's pregnant? Don't tell me he didn't tell me. Anya, young, he's pregnant. Why didn't he tell me? I had hurt him. Young. So he didn't tell me. Anya, young, if I would know, I would never let him go, young. Is it just because of this child? What are you saying, young? That's my child. How can I abandon? And what about Jimmy? Have you ever thought about him? His feelings? Will you accept him just because it's a child? It's nonsense is this now. I love him. I love him. That's why I let him go. Then why you never confessed to me, Yogi? Why you always acted like you don't care? Why you made him think that he's nothing to you? Is that why he didn't tell me? His tears started running through his eyes non-stop, realizing he had hurt Jimmy a lot. Now he understood that, no matter it was his intention or not, he did hurt Jimmy. I want to meet him. I want to apologize him. I want to tell him that I really love him. I love him, young. It's too late now. Huh? I mean the time. He must be sleeping. Go to her and talk to him. Maybe he will understand. I cannot wait here. I want to go now. See what your condition is right now. You're totally drunk. Just rest now and go tomorrow. I can't, young. You cannot even talk in this condition. On the other side, here Jimmy is standing on the roof, looking at the half moon. He sighed and closed his eyes when the cold breeze touched his face. Yoongi's face again came in front of his eyes. He snapped open his eyes and felt a hand on his forehead. He looked beside only to find his father. Didn't sleep yet? Not feeling like. No matter what, just remember one thing. Your Appa is always with you. I'm the luckiest son in this whole world, Appa. No doubt, I'm the luckiest Appa. He sighed hugged him. Jimmy rested his head on his shoulder. After a few minutes of silence, Jimmy spoke, parting away a little. Can we go somewhere, Appa? Where do you wanna go? Can we go out of the country? I don't feel like staying here anymore. Are you sure? Jimmy nodded. If you say so, we can move to US then. We have a branch there of our company. Still, Jimmy sat on the couch and turned on the TV. He was just trying to reach up his foot. Then he heard the doorbell ringing. He saw his father open the door. Hearing the voice, he stood up. He knew it's Yoongi. Mr. Park allowed him in. Jimmy, he wanna talk to you, but I don't want to. He turned off the TV and got up to leave. Yoongi instantly walked towards him. I want to talk, Jimmy. Didn't you hear what I just said? He walked, but Yoongi held his hand. But I want to. We need to talk, Jimmy. You didn't bother to tell me about your pregnancy. Then what? It's mine. It has nothing to do with you. It's not only yours, Jimmy. This child is also mine. If you are the mother, then I'm the father. Done. Now leave my hand. I cannot leave you like this. I'm supposed to be with you, Jimmy. Just because of this child. I don't want to be with you. Just because of this child. I can raise him by my own. I don't need you. But this child needs. And I want to love and raise my child, Jimmy. I don't want to leave him when I'm alive. It's mine. You don't need to live with me because I'm carrying your child. Do you think I want to be with you just because you're carrying my child? Then, could it be there any other reason? There's a reason, Jimin. Because I love you. I love you, Jimin. Love. Where is the love? All the time I was finding it, but couldn't. And now you're saying you love me. Really? Am I a fool, Yoongi? I know it's complicated to make you understand, Jimmy. Tell me one thing, Yoongi. If you loved me, you could have come before. Why you came after knowing I'm pregnant? Jimmy, are you lying to yourself, Yoongi? Now leave. Jimmy, at least I said leave. Yoongi didn't move an inch. You won't leave, right? Then I'm leaving. Appa asked him to go and never disturb me again. He left from there in his room. Mr. Park asked Yoongi to go as he cannot help him. He knows his son better than anyone. And if Jimin isn't in mood to talk about something, he won't even let anyone explain. After some more days, Yoongi tried to talk to Jimin, but he was too stubborn to understand. Even Mr. Park tried to talk to him, but he didn't listen. Somewhere he wanted to believe Yoongi, but he was obsessed with the thought that Yoongi wants him just because of his child. Yoongi's fault was that he couldn't make Jimin feel his love. He couldn't show his true feelings, which was leading this misunderstanding. And Jimin decided to live in US, but Yoongi was still unknown of it. He was trying to tell Jimin and asking him to give him a chance to show him what he actually thinks. How could he not persuade him, Yoongi? What should I do here? I'm trying everything possible. He isn't even ready to see me. Yoongi, if this time you couldn't do anything, you'll lose him for forever. Just do something. You tell me what should I do? I don't want to force him, and at the same time, I don't want him to live alone. I don't want him. I know he needs me, and I want to be there for him every time. I don't want to let him suffer alone. I want to love him. I want to take care of him. I want to show him my feelings here. Every day, every night I'm thinking about him. I don't know how to do something. I'm trying here. Even today also I went there. Flashback. But please, I want to talk to him for just once. I said already, Yoongi. He doesn't want to talk to me. I also want him to listen to your point of view, but he isn't ready. He better leave now. Please, sir. What's happening here? He said coming and stopped. Well spotted Yoongi there. Cannot you understand, Yoongi? Maybe you haven't got it yet. He walked towards Yoongi and held his hand, dragging him outside of the house. If I ever see you here again, I'll call the police to complain that you're stalking me. Now did you get it? I'm not afraid. Even if I have to go to prison, I'll not stop coming here. Steven chuckled while crossing his arms on his chest. Oh, sorry. I almost forgot who you are. After all, what can a mafia do? Jimmy, I'm warning you one last time, Yoongi. Get out of here. There's nothing to talk. And yes, I don't want to see your face ever again. You got it? You really don't want to. Are you dumb or something? Do you get me this much now? Jimin didn't say further and left inside. Flashback end. Tell me, yo, what should I do? He's really stubborn. He doesn't even know how much it can affect his pregnancy. Did I hurt him this much to hate me here? He sighed while patting his shoulder, knowing Yoongi hurt Jimin, but now Jimin is being immature and taking the worst decision. At least, he should once listen and understand Yoongi's point of view. Time skip. Think once again, Jimin. Do you really want to go? How many times I'll have to say up? I can take care of myself. You are with me, right? Of course, son. But don't you think you should once try to see it from his perspective? Maybe later, sooner, you regret it. Appa wants to see you happy, Jimmy. I know, Appa, but I'm fine. Then they heard the announcement that their flight is going to take away. I wanted to spend some time with you, he said, pouting sadly. I know. When will you come, Jimmy? I don't know. Maybe never. I wanted to see little watching, but you are leaving. Don't worry, I'll send you his pictures, okay? I will hug him, so did Jungkook. Take care of yourself, Gemini. You too take care. I'm gonna miss you. The other side. Where the hell are you? He searched Yoongi everywhere in the house but couldn't find him. Then one of the servants told him that they last saw him in the room where Jimin was staying. He ran as fast as he could towards the room, where he found Yoongi laying on the bed. Young got up quickly. It's not a time to sleep. Yoongi sat on the bed hearing Namjoon shout. I wasn't sleeping, Sona. I'm just trying to feel his presence here. Get up, Young, and run. Jimmy is going to fly to US. What? Who told you? He immediately got off the bed. I just came to know you. You're all the day lying here. How could you know what's going on? Now get up and run fast. They both immediately drove off from there towards the airport. Young immediately ran inside. The security tried to stop him, but he pushed them aside and ran as fast as he could. He looked around and ran like madly, only to have a look of the person he's finding. But what a fate he got. He didn't see even a single trace of Jimmy. And his eyes caught the airplane that was running to take him. He followed his feet with tears in his eyes. Maybe he could have run more faster. Namjoon's eyes went numb, seeing Yoongi breaking down into tears. He thought they could make here in time, but couldn't. After 2 months, Jimin sat on the couch and turned the TV on as he was feeling bored. Mr. Park was sitting beside him reading a file. Jimin was turning the channels one to another. Then his ears heard something catching his attention. He immediately turned that channel on. Breaking news. Korea's mafia king Suga was killed last night. This news is spreading like fire all around the world. He got the information that last night there was a fight, and in that fight, Suga and some of his men were killed as there was fighting. He couldn't get that clear footage, but some pictures are showing that he was shot 7 times and died on the spot. Detective Jung, what's your statement on this? It's true, Miss Lee. We got some bodies there. However, some were. Mr. Park immediately turned the TV on. When he looked at Jimin, whose eyes were unbelievably telling him. He didn't say anything but hugged him. Jimin couldn't control and bursted out in tears. He cannot die, Appa. He cannot. How? How can leave me and out leave me alone like this? They're lying, Appa. Jimmy, calm down. Calm down. It's not good for your baby. But tell me he's alive, right? Right? It's not true, is it? I don't believe them. He cannot live like this. Baby is waiting for him. I'm waiting for him, Appa. He hugged while crying continuously. Mr. Park couldn't say anything, then patting his head, trying to make him calm. Papa, let's go back and find him. I know he cannot die. Let's just go back now. He immediately wiped his tears and stood up. Mr. Park cupped his chest and said calmly, Jimmy, listen to me, baby. Listen to our papa. It's already night and we cannot take the flight right now. Moreover, it can be dangerous for the baby. Calm down now and take some rest, okay? Jimmy was still shedding tears. Mr. Park again embraced him and started piercing his back. His eye was about to shed the tears, seeing his son in pain. But he controlled his tears because if he shed even a single tear, it would be more difficult. After some time, Jimmy slept there while crying. Mr. Park then called someone to book 2 tickets to Korea. He knows Jimmy is stubborn and will ask to go. They both fly back to Korea. Jimin first met Jin and Namjoon because they are the closest to Yoonmin. Namjoon told him that he himself doesn't know anything about it. He also heard it on news. I couldn't contact him really. I was trying to call him but his number is switched off and according to the reports of dead bodies, Yoongi is one of them. I tried to contact the police but they denied to show me the faces of them because of privacy reasons. He's alive. Right, yo. Just pray he is. I cannot understand why he didn't tell me if he was on any mission. He never did that before. Young, please find him. I know he cannot die like this. Jillian, pull yourself together. Think about your child. It must be traumatized for this little baby. Don't stress yourself. Did you check his mention? We already checked everywhere, Jillian. Please don't lose your hope. I should have accepted him. It's all because of me. I should have listened to him. Mimi, it's not your fault. He pulled him in his arms because he was crying like mad. After some time, Jimin came out of their house and went to the places where Yoongi used to go. He even visited his mansion but found nothing. And finally, he reached at a small house where Yoongi lived. He opened the door with the spare key he had and went inside with heavy steps. He looked around that cozy place where he spent the beautiful moments with Yoongi. He roamed around with tears in his eyes. Come back, Young. Please come back. I want you, Young. We want you. We need you, Young. Come back for us, Young. How stupid I was to leave you here. Why I did that? I wanted to hug you, Young. I wanted to kiss you. I wanted to love you. I wanted to be loved by you. Then why I didn't listen to you? Why I pulled you away? Naturally crying, his blood vision roamed around when the memories were flashing in his mind. Then the door opening sound came in his ear. He looked up at the figure with his blurred eyes. Jimmy stood up. He blinked his eyes and the tears left his eyes, making the vision clear. He stepped towards the figure with heavy steps. Jimmy, what are you doing here? What happened to you? Yogi, is it you? Am I seeing a ghost? Are you Yoongi's ghost? Even if you are, please don't leave me. I don't want you to vanish. Please don't go. He tried to touch the figure and hugged it after realizing it's real. It's you, Young. Young, say it's you. Please say that you are alive. It's me, Jillian. I'm alive. Jillian clung more onto him than Yoongi also wrapped his arms around him. I knew you were alive. I knew it. I knew you cannot leave us like this. Don't leave us, Young. Never ever. I won't leave you. Jillian parted away a little and grabbed Yoongi's face. He showered kisses on his face, leaving not even a single corner. Yoongi couldn't help but smiling to him. You scared me to death. You are so selfish, so stupid, idiot, so heartless. Have you ever thought for a while what will happen to me? Don't, always. And that's why I left that mafia work. I left everything. I left everything belonged to that work. The money, the house, everything. I only want to be belong to you. Why you didn't tell me before doing anything? Do you even know how much I cried these days? I'm really sorry for you. Promise Mr. Park that I'll live this world because I want to live with you, with our baby. And how would I tell you when you were even ready to see me? Don't ever do anything like this again. Otherwise, I'll myself kill you. Will you? And again hugged him, snuggling his head into his chest. Yoongi picked him up in bridal style and made him sit on the couch. He had his hands in his and looked in his eyes. I left everything. Now, the only thing I have is this small house. Will you be with me? Jimmy nodded with a smile multiple times. No matter if you have anything or not, I'm gonna stay by your side. Let's live together, young. Let's love each other till the end. Yoongi chuckled and dragged Jimmy on his lap and hugged tightly. So did Jimmy. That's how Jimmy and Yoongi started living together in that small cozy place. It was not just a house, but a home. Mr. Park supported their decisions with all his blessings as well as Namjoon and Taco. They sometimes hung out together, evening flicking the bed and Yoongi had to leave. Well, it's Yoongi who works all the days and takes care of Jimmy. But Jimmy also helps him because he is just too much pregnant and can dance. Moreover, it's good to be physically active for baby's sake. Jimmy now 6 I'm gonna do the rest work. Jimin walked towards me and hugged him from behind. Both didn't say anything as the silence was speaking more than words can. The silence was soothing their hearts and calming their minds. Embracing each other without uttering any word is a different kind of feel they both were having. After some time, they both cooled down. Yumi gave a slight taste on Jimin's lips and asked him to sleep. I'll be back in some minutes, okay? Jimmy nodded. He sat on the corner of the bed to grab some water, but suddenly the water fell down. Jimmy immediately wiped that first. Some water went into the drum. He pulled the drawer and grabbed the things out of it. Then his eyes caught something. He smiled and pulled that outside. After some time, Jimmy came there and sat beside him. Jimmy moved on his lap and put his hat on his chest. Are you feeling tired? Honey, I'm feeling happy. This much happy that I'm afraid to lose it. Happiness and sadness, both are the parts of life. Let's just be with each other, whether it's happiness or sadness. Timmy nodded and moved a little from his lap, and again came in the same position. He showed him something. You still have this? Oh, that bandage. He chuckled and took that in his hand. Why are you still keeping it? He saw the written letters on the bandage and said, he drew these alphabets and he pictured them. How could I read? Hey, you noticed them? I always noticed everything. But I feel like you never failed. I'm sorry. But from now on, let me show you how I really feel. I'll be honest from now on. Tell me whatever you feel. I'll try my best to understand. They smiled and slapped while soaking up each other's arms. 2. Jiminy, he sat sitting there on the couch when Jimin was in the room and when he was doing some work. As they heard him calling them, they both came out. Abba, when did you come? I just came. What you two were doing? I was in my bed, Appa. His son-in-law now let me work. He is literally spoiling me. He sat sitting beside me. Mr. Park chuckled. You both wait. He left in the kitchen. I'm relieved. We got a man like him. I pray to the Lord, bless you too, with all the happiness. Feel the luckiest to have a family like this who support, love and care about me. He rests his head on Mr. Park's shoulder. Then the door bell rang. Mr. Park stood and opened only to see Tharos and Ramjan there. He welcomed them. Jimin became more happy seeing them all. What a surprise, guys! He spoke still standing in the kitchen. Jin also joined him in the kitchen and others sat there. How are you feeling, Young? I'm more happy now. Thanks for coming here. Young must be tired working all the day. He never let me go. I'm just 3 months pregnant. He made a pout, looking at Yoongi. That's how he is. Protective and possessive. And what about you? Destructive? He sat coming there with Yoongi, and everyone laughed. Jin and Yoongi put the snacks and drinks on the table, and Ozzy sat there. I'm not all the time. He tried to grab the glass, but it slipped from his hand, making the juice spread on the tray. He looked at everyone with a face like, and everyone again laughed. Sometime. Jin, I wanted to talk something to you. Yes, Appa. I didn't want to ask at this time, but can you join the company? It's hard for me to handle everything alone. And after all, it's all yours. Of course, Appa, why not? I know, Jimmy, it's dangerous for your health now. It might be stressing. You should rest more and enjoy. But I guess Indy is right, Jimmy. We could talk about it later. Then why don't you join me, Indy? Not me? Hania. I don't want to. I mean, it's yours, not mine. I'm not asking you to handle it for your whole life. Just until I get able to handle it, you can help Papa. Then after that, you can do whatever you are interested in. But I cannot leave you alone like this. We all are here for you now. Don't worry. Yes, indeed, we all will be around. Just go for it. Yes, Young, we all can take care of these 2 babies, right? I'm not a baby. You are still. Let's just do it together, guys. And I'm gonna teach him how to flirt. He chuckled with his funny smile. There will be no need. Why? Because he will be born with it. A natural flirt, like Jimin. What the? I'm, I'm not shameless like you two are. Shameless? Should I remind you how much hate you were for Yoonmin? You used to flirt with him shamelessly. True though, you dare not expose me like this in front of everyone. Is anyone here who doesn't know about you? I'm gonna beat you too. Just wait for some time. And the became random. Yoongi joined Mr. Park's company as his assistant, and they started working. Giving us to visit them sometimes. Namjin and Taekook also used to visit Semin and take care of him sometimes. They all were taking care of each other, and some more months passed. In these months, Yoongi bought a new house as he wanted them to live more comfortably. Though Jimmy didn't want to name that house, but he too could understand that after giving birth to the baby, it could be a little difficult in their small house. So they shifted in a new house. It was not a big one, but comfortable for them. Jimmy gave birth to a boy and they named him James. It was really new and a difficult time for them all, especially for Yumi. Of course, we were ready for it, but still, they were learning so many things as parents and partners. They were more than happy to have their friends and family members with them, as they all were supporting them. Sometimes Jim used to take care of Jane the whole day, and sometimes Mr. Park, because Jimmy used to get less sleep. They all were learning the actual meaning of life and relations, where they were experiencing every situation and how to deal with them. Jim changed the plan of having a baby. For now, because handling Jim was teaching them a lot of things, even though they weren't his real parents. But they were understanding the responsibilities so that in these months, they learned a lot about each other and about how to handle with the situation. Handle me now, I'll take care of you. Okay, but where I have to go? The driver will take you there. Now, no more questions. Give him to me. I asked for him first. I'm gonna take him. What if you couldn't handle him? I'm not a baby for a kind information. I can take care of babies very well. Really? Then why don't you try to make her? Yeah, what? You pervert bunny? What's wrong in it? Let's try if you can handle. You? Jimmy laughed hearing their bickering. Okay guys, you make your babies and I'm gonna take care of mine then. Anio, you should go now. The boss will take care of you. Come Gina, play with Uncle Peppermint. So sweet. Steven giggled and gladly came in tying arms from Jimmy. Yay, Jim is a good boy like Uncle Pepper. I can't believe he's this criminal, but see how much he loves him. Yes, he does. Let's see Jimmy. He's gonna love us more than me. Let's see. When Jimmy left with the driver where Jungle asked him to go, soon the driver pulled the brake and asked Jimmy to follow him outside. Jimmy followed him and saw the beach. At a distance, there was a table and chair with a beautiful decoration. The driver asked him to go there. Jimmy went there and stood, but found no one. Just then, he felt two arms around his hand. He smiled with a lot of butterflies in his stomach, knowing the person is Jimmy. He held Henry's hand to stay in that position. Then Henry put his chin on Jimmy's finger. Henry softly kissed on his head. How's the surprise? I love it. They both parted and faced each other. So, it's your first date? I wanted to do it earlier, but Jimmy immediately placed his lips on Henry and wrapped his arms around his neck. They both shared a sweet, delicate and soft kiss at the edge of the sea, which was calming their hearts. The water was shining, making the view more beautiful. They both parted and embraced each other. Maybe they don't say I love you, but they know they do. They feel that love, which is beyond the words. Their heartbeats, their eyes, their smiles, their faith in each other, and their actions are enough to tell. After some time, they parted from the house. Then Yoongi pulled out something from his pocket and slowly kneeled down in front of Jimmy. He opened the box, revealing a beautiful book. Wanted to do it a long time ago, but I always waited for this right time. I know you were always waiting for it. So was I. I hope I'm not late. And I didn't disappoint you. And if I did, then please punish me. punish me for my whole life being with me. It will be the best award for me instead. Jimin's eyes already went blank. So, Park Jimin, would you like to take my surname? Would you like to be called Min Jimin rather than Park? Jimin nodded with tears in his eyes. He couldn't express how much happy he was feeling when he held Jimin's hand and smiled, shivering in his same finger. Before Yoongi could stand, Jimin sat in front of him and kissed him deeply while grabbing his corner. Yoonmin's live date got fixed and they started preparing for their wedding. Of course, they were excited for it as well as nervous. They used to laugh over the thing that they were already having a child and becoming nervous about a man. Being parents before being husbands officially taught them a lot of things. They never even thought it will start like this and will go like this. Through a lot of turns and twists, they both chose to always stick with each other, and that became the strength of their love. Today, they both officially became husbands. Everyone blessed them, so did I. Well, bless me too, guys, so that I can come up with a lot of beautiful stories. Let's get back. There's something more left. Sleep you with us for tonight, Jimmy. Are you okay? He won't sleep without me. But he won't be able to sleep with you either tonight. What are you talking about? He's my child. Of course he is, but did you forget your first wedding night? Huh? His cheeks turned red. Then he felt a heat spread all over his face. He could only recall the night they first intimated. But as was routine speaking, but now it's all different. It's your first night after you're married. So, it's different to me, isn't it? He teased him more. Anya, you are thinking too much. There's nothing like that. Still, you will be with us for tonight. Right to you now? He said, smiling at Jane, who was in Thyme's arms, playing with his ear. Thyme sick, Jimin sat on the bed, which was all decorated. Seeing the decoration, his heart was thumping louder, but he was turning it around. Somewhere, he didn't want to think anything, but his mind was already running. He shook his head to clear his mind. Then Yoongi came in the room. He stood there looking around. They both made the eye contact that broke in just for a second. I'm going to washroom. Did you freshen up? Jimin hummed. Then Yoongi went inside the bathroom to take a bath. They both felt a different kind of tension spreading in between them. They knew it was different. They were living with each other for so many months now, but still it was something new. They were feeling. Maybe because they both didn't pay attention to their feelings. That's why this was making them nervous. Yuki came out after taking a shower. He stepped towards the bed where Jimin was already sitting. He sat beside him in the blanket. Jimin, let's sleep. Oh, yes. He laid on the bed and tried to sleep, but those feelings didn't that time. Their hearts were well known on the table. Jimin wanted Yuki to hold him, so wanted Yuki, but on the other hand, he wanted to hold himself back. Maybe because he had hurt Jimin in past and doesn't want now. He knows that everything is clear in between them, but he really doesn't want to rush taking any steps which can hurt Jimin. But Jimin was feeling the opposite. He wanted them to make some moves ahead. With their different mindsets, they both spoke at the same time. They both faced each other, still in the same position. I wanted to say something. Both again said at the same time, making it more awkward. After you, I cannot sleep now. I'm not feeling like sleeping. Is everything alright? Are you sleeping? He asked out of worry. Can you please love me now? Huh? I want you to love me now. Can we make love? He zoned out for some seconds. He didn't know what should be his reaction. Maybe we should not rush Jimmy. I cannot sleep here. I want it. I want to feel it wholeheartedly this time. Are you sure about it? Jimmy nodded slightly. They both slowly bridged the gap in between them and captured their lips. They kissed for a good long time, closing their eyes while Jimin's hands were caressing Yoongi's hair softly. They broke the kiss and looked in each other's eyes with a lot of love and admiration. Yoongi instantly hovered over him, again placing his lips on Jimin. This time Jimin held Yoongi's neck, pulling him more onto him, like he wants to savor all the taste in this kiss. He knew it was the starting. Well guys, let them enjoy their moment. Don't you know these are bad manners to watch someone's private moments? And I'm surely gonna take a nap now. Guys, it was a suggestion or you can say a request by one of my friends, and finally I completed this fanfiction. I'm gonna come back soon after a break with a new story. Till then, take care of yourself, and keep supporting and loving me with your comments and likes. Do subscribe my channel for more beautiful stories. I know you'll not be disappointed. Love you all.